Hello everyone, and welcome to my General Hospital Today channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Jason's revenge on Sidwell goes awry, Anna forced to arrest him for crossing a line? General Hospital spoilers suggest that Jason Morgan has revenge on the brain now that Anna Devane has alerted him to Jen Sidwell's presence in Port Charles. Jason knows it's no coincidence that Sidwell arrived in town just as Sonny Corinthos' penthouse exploded. The hitman watched Michael Corinthos get caught in the crossfire and nearly lose his life. Now, Jason isn't willing to let it go. Anna Devane's warning to Jason Morgan. Spoilers remind fans that Anna warned Jason against taking justice into his own hands. However, Jason is far too outraged to simply let this slide. Watching his nephew, who has been more like a son to him over the years, suffer has been traumatizing. For Jason, the only catharsis is to strike back. But if he does go rogue and attacks Sidwell, could he suffer serious repercussions? Anna Devane would be forced to go by the book. Depending on Jason's actions, his plan for revenge could hit a major snag. Could someone witness his move against Sidwell? Could a cop catch him in the middle of a criminal act? Worse, could Anna herself be the one forced to make the arrest? If Anna finds Jason in the act, she would have no choice but to go by the book. Her hands would be tied, and she would be forced to arrest her longtime friend. As much as she might understand Jason's motives, her position as the police commissioner means she has to enforce the law. The consequences for Jason Morgan. If Jason gets arrested, his worst nightmare could come true. Being behind bars would mean he isn't there for Danny Morgan. Already struggling with the absence of his mother, Danny would be left with no parental support. Jason's sense of duty toward his son would make this a devastating possibility. Beyond Danny, Jason's romantic life could also take a hit. His growing relationship with Sasha Corbin could be severely impacted by his actions. Sasha has already been through significant trauma, and seeing Jason behind bars could scare her away. She might decide that being involved with someone so entrenched in danger isn't worth the risk, especially now that she is pregnant. Sasha's top priority is the safety of her unborn child, and aligning herself with Jason could prove too risky. Diane Miller to the rescue? The one silver lining in this scenario is that Jason has Diane Miller as an attorney. Diane has a track record of pulling off legal miracles, and she would likely figure out a way to get Jason off the hook. However, that doesn't mean Jason would walk away unscathed. The entire ordeal would be filled with chaos and drama, potentially straining his relationships and putting him in further jeopardy. Jason's revenge plan. Jason isn't one to let things go, and his revenge against Sidwell is likely to be calculated and thorough. However, the unpredictability of the situation means that any number of things could go wrong. Jason may initially plan for a clean takedown, but if emotions run high, he could lose control and do something rash. There is also the question of whether Sidwell is acting alone. Could he be working with a larger organization? If so, Jason's actions could put him and everyone he cares about in even greater danger. Will Sonny intervene? Given Jason's close bond with Sonny Corinthos, there's a possibility that Sonny might step in. He understands Jason better than anyone and may try to talk him down before he does something irreversible. Sonny has lost enough over the years, and he wouldn't want to see Jason end up in prison for seeking vengeance. However, Jason is stubborn, and once he has set his mind on something, it's hard to deter him. If Sonny can't convince Jason to stand down, he might be forced to take more drastic measures to keep his right-hand man from making a costly mistake. What happens next? Fans know that Jason Morgan is a survivor, but he isn't invincible. If he lets his emotions take over, he could walk into a trap that not even Diane Miller can get him out of. With Anna Devane watching closely, Jason will need to tread carefully. If he crosses the line, he might end up in handcuffs before he even has a chance to take down Sidwell. One thing is for sure, Port Charles is in for an intense and dramatic showdown. Will Jason find a way to get revenge without ruining his life in the process? Or will he let his emotions get the best of him and end up paying the price? When Jason's retaliation against Sidwell goes wrong, is Anna compelled to arrest him for going too far? according to General Hospital spoilers, Jason Morgan is planning a retaliation after Anna Devane informed him that Jen Sidwell had moved to Port Charles. Jason is aware that the fact that Sonny Corinthos' apartment exploded right after Sidwell arrived in town is no coincidence. Jason is unwilling to ignore the fact that he saw Michael Corinthos get caught in the crossfire and nearly die. Jason Morgan's warning from Anna Devane. Fans are reminded by GH spoilers that Jason was cautioned by Anna not to seek justice on his own, but he is too furious to overlook this. After all, Jason has been traumatized by seeing his nephew, who has grown to be more like a son to him over the years, endure all the suffering he has endured, and there is nothing more cathartic for the hitman than to retaliate. But may he face consequences if he does go rogue and attack Sidwell? Anna Devane would have to follow the rules. Jason's strategy might encounter an obstacle, contingent on his treatment of Sidwell. Will anyone witness Stone Cold's strategy against Jen's? Would a police officer or Anna herself catch Jason in the middle of a crime? Naturally, Devane would be forced to follow the law and take her companion into custody. Jason's darkest fear of abandoning Danny Morgan would come true if this were to occur. If he were to go to jail, Danny would be left without a parent. Additionally, the fact that Jason and Sasha Corbin are also flirting could make her immediately avoid Stone Cold for her own safety as well as the safety of her unborn kid. The only bright spot in a situation like this is that Jason has Diane Miller as his lawyer, who will probably find a way to clear his name, but that doesn't mean he won't experience some drama and mayhem along the way. Port Charles is never short on drama, and the latest developments in General Hospital have fans at the edge of their seats. Jason Morgan has never been one to back down from a fight, especially when someone he cares about has been hurt. With Jen Sidwell's sudden appearance coinciding with the attack on Sonny Corinthos' penthouse, Jason is convinced there's more than just coincidence at play. His thirst for revenge could push him to extremes, and if he crosses the line, even his allies, including Anna Devane, may have no choice but to uphold the law and take him down. Jason's determination for revenge. Jason Morgan has always been known as a man of action. He's fiercely loyal to those he considers family, and when someone threatens them, he takes matters into his own hands. Michael Corinthos, who has been like a son to him, barely survived the explosion that rocked Sonny's penthouse. That moment was enough to set Jason on a warpath, determined to find out if Sidwell was responsible and to make him pay if he was. Although Anna Devane advised Jason against seeking his own form of justice, Jason is not known for following orders, especially when it comes to protecting his loved ones. His history proves he's willing to take dangerous risks, but this time, his actions might lead to unforeseen consequences. Anna Devane's warning falls on deaf ears. Anna Devane has a complicated history with Jason Morgan. While she respects his loyalty and skills, she also understands the cost of vigilante justice. Knowing Jason's temperament, she preemptively warned him not to take the law into his own hands. She urged him to let law enforcement handle Sidwell's potential involvement in the bombing. However, Jason is too emotionally involved to sit back and wait. Anna has always played a fine line between upholding the law and recognizing the necessity of working with people like Jason when necessary. But if Jason lets his emotions get the better of him and commits a crime that is too blatant to ignore, Anna will be forced to act against him. The attack on Jen Sidwell. Jason begins his own investigation, using his extensive network to gather information about Sidwell's involvement. The more he learns, the more convinced he becomes that Sidwell had a role in the explosion. In typical Jason fashion, he doesn't go to the authorities with this information. Instead, he takes matters into his own hands, tracking Sidwell down and planning his next move. The confrontation between Jason and Sidwell quickly turns violent. Whether it's an all-out fight or a more strategic strike, Jason is determined to send a message. However, things don't go as planned. Perhaps Sidwell anticipated Jason's reaction and set a trap, or maybe the altercation is caught on camera, leaving undeniable proof of Jason's involvement. One way or another, Jason finds himself in deep trouble, and his enemies are more than happy to see him take the fall. Anna's dilemma, arresting Jason Morgan. When evidence of Jason's actions comes to light, Anna has no choice but to intervene. As a law enforcement officer, she cannot ignore blatant criminal activity. If Jason is caught red-handed attacking Sidwell or engaging in other illegal activities, Anna is backed into a corner. She has a duty to the law and must make the difficult decision to arrest her longtime ally and friend. This arrest wouldn't just be a legal matter, it would be deeply personal for Anna. She knows that Jason was acting out of loyalty and pain, but that doesn't change the fact that he crossed a line. Jason being behind bars would also create a ripple effect in Port Charles, affecting many people connected to him. The fallout: Danny Morgan left without parents. Jason's arrest would be devastating for his son, Danny Morgan. Already growing up without his mother, Sam McCall, Danny has relied heavily on Jason for stability. If Jason is sent to prison, Danny will be left without both parents, a scenario Jason has always fought to prevent. This situation would create an emotional storm for Jason. He's always done everything in his power to protect his son, but now he finds himself in a situation where he may be taken away from him. Would Jason regret his actions, or would he still believe that seeking vengeance was the right thing to do? Sasha Corbin's uncertain future with Jason. Jason's budding romance with Sasha Corbin could also take a major hit. Sasha has already been through unimaginable pain and loss, and the last thing she needs is to get caught up in another dangerous situation. If Jason's arrest makes headlines and exposes just how far he's willing to go for revenge, it could scare Sasha away. Moreover, if Sasha is pregnant, as some fans speculate, she will have to make a tough decision about whether she wants to raise a child with Jason. A life with him is filled with danger, and his current predicament may be the final push she needs to walk away for good. Diane Miller to the rescue? Jason is not without resources, and his longtime attorney, Diane Miller, is one of the best in the business. If anyone can find a legal loophole or a way to reduce Jason's sentence, it's Diane. But even she might struggle if the evidence against Jason is too strong. Will Diane be able to prove Jason was provoked? Can she shift the blame onto Sidwell or find a technicality that gets Jason off the hook? If she succeeds, Jason might walk free, but not without some scars from the ordeal. BLQ admits, Maxie's wisdom, Jason's promise. According to General Hospital spoilers, a sneak peek of Thursday, January 30th, 2025, has been made public. It depicts Brooke Lynn Quartermaine preparing to tell Harrison Chase her secret. Alexis Davis blows up. Sasha Gilmore Corbin receives a promise from Jason Morgan. Lulu Spencer is also advised by Maxie Jones. Let's discuss what's coming up in today's episode as you continue reading. Quartermaine Brooke Lynn admits. According to Thursday, January 30th GH teasers, Brooke Lynn has made the decision to tell Chase the truth. But according to Lois Cerullo, the past ought to remain in the past. When Chase learned he couldn't father children, it broke his heart. Despite her good intentions and affection for Chase, Brooke Lynn's disclosure can backfire. Chase can feel worse as a result, rather than closer. Given that they both underwent tests, Chase might even be upset that he has been kept in the dark all this time. GH spoilers, the promise of Jason Morgan. Jason and Sasha continue their heated discussion about the pregnancy on Thursday, January 30th. Jason promised Sasha that he would keep the baby's ownership by Michael Corinthos a secret. In today's episode teaser video, Jason promises Sasha something else. Jason makes a vow to retreat as soon as Michael gives him the order. Fans are aware of how such promises typically turn out, though. Alexis Davis detonates. According to Thursday, January 30th General Hospital spoilers, Alexis will shout in rage and fling file folders around. Alexis cries that she is at a loss for what to do while Diane Miller watches and braces herself. Diane would undoubtedly advise Alexis to use her rage to take action in order to truly assist in bringing Sam McCall to justice. Diane will also want to make sure Alexis doesn't drink too much. Spoilers for General Hospital, Thursday, January 30th, 2025. Dante Falconeri opens up to Chase in today's episode. Dante will acknowledge that he thinks of Sam every time he sees Lulu. Maxie tries to offer Lulu some advice in the interim. Lulu is informed by Maxie that she will not benefit from feeling guilty. Furthermore, Carly Spencer requires a favor. However, Carly is not on the phone. It must be someone in Germany because Carly is asking someone on a park bench. Is this someone other than Jack Brennan? On Thursday, January 30th, 2025, which storyline are you most excited to watch? Post your ideas in the space provided for comments below. Remind yourself to return to CDL for all of your GH reporting and to continue watching the ABC soap opera. BLQ confesses, Jason's promise, Maxie's wisdom. Brooke Lynn Quartermaine confesses. The upcoming episode of General Hospital on January 30th, 2025, promises an emotional roller coaster as Brooke Lynn Quartermaine, BLQ, makes a life-altering confession to Harrison Chase. For weeks, BLQ has wrestled with the burden of truth, fearing the consequences of unveiling a secret that could change everything. Chase, still grappling with his recent fertility struggles, has no idea what's coming his way. Lois Cerullo, Brooke Lynn's mother, has cautioned her against dredging up the past. She insists that some truths are better left buried, especially when they have the potential to bring more pain than healing. However, Brooke Lynn's conscience refuses to let her remain silent. She loves Chase deeply and wants to be honest, even if it means jeopardizing their relationship. As Brooke Lynn prepares to tell Chase the truth, she finds herself battling inner turmoil. Her hands tremble as she rehearses the words in her mind. She imagines his reaction, shock, disappointment, anger, but hopes that, in the end, he will understand her reasoning. When the moment finally arrives, Chase's initial reaction is one of confusion. His brows furrow as he processes BLQ's words. Then, as realization dawns, his expression shifts to one of betrayal. You kept this from me? After everything we've been through? Chase's voice is laced with hurt. Brooke Lynn's heart sinks. I didn't know how to tell you. I was scared of losing you. Chase shakes his head, stepping back. You had no right to make that decision for me, BLQ. This was my life, my future. The conversation takes a heated turn as emotions run high. Will Chase be able to forgive Brooke Lynn, or will this confession mark the end of their love story? Jason Morgan's promise. Meanwhile, Jason Morgan finds himself entangled in a complicated situation. He has sworn to protect Sasha Gilmore Corbin's secret, but her baby belongs to Michael Corinthos. In the dimly lit corner of the Metro Court, Jason leans forward, locking eyes with Sasha. You have my word, Jason assures her. I won't say anything unless Michael tells me to. Sasha nods, exhaling in relief, but doubt lingers in her gaze. I know you mean that, Jason. But promises like these, they have a way of unraveling. Jason knows she's right. Secrets in Port Charles never stay hidden for long. The moment Michael finds out, the entire dynamic of their lives could shift. Later, as Jason steps outside, he pulls out his phone and hesitates. He knows that one phone call could change everything. But he made a promise. And Jason Morgan never breaks his word, at least, not unless circumstances force him to. Alexis Davis explodes. At the Davis Law Group, tension runs high as Alexis Davis experiences a breakdown. With legal files strewn across her desk, she stands amid the chaos, fists clenched, breathing heavily. Diane Miller watches cautiously, knowing that Alexis is at her breaking point. I don't know what to do. Alexis finally screams, hurling a stack of documents to the floor. Diane remains calm, arms crossed. You channel that anger, Alexis. You use it to fight for Sam. That's what you do. Sam McCall's legal troubles have pushed Alexis to the edge. Diane is right, she needs to focus. But the stress has also reawakened old demons. Alexis's sobriety is at risk, and Diane knows it. Tell me you're not thinking about drinking, Diane presses. Alexis scoffs but doesn't answer right away. That silence is enough to worry Diane. Will Alexis find the strength to stay on track, or will her demons consume her once more? Dante Falconeri and Chase's heart-to-heart. Elsewhere, Dante Falconeri finds himself opening up to Chase. Every time I look at Lulu, Dante admits, I see Sam. And I can't shake the guilt. Chase listens, understanding the pain of unresolved emotions. Guilt won't bring anyone peace, Dante. Trust me, I know. Dante sighs, rubbing his temples. Then how do I move on? Chase doesn't have an easy answer, but their conversation highlights the weight of the past and the challenge of navigating emotions in Port Charles. Maxie Jones' words of wisdom. Meanwhile, Maxie Jones takes a moment to counsel Lulu Spencer. Guilt won't fix the past, Maxie says, placing a hand on Lulu's shoulder. It'll only make the future harder. Lulu nods, but doubt lingers in her eyes. I just feel like I've made so many mistakes. Maxie smiles. We all do. The trick is learning from them. Will Lulu be able to let go of her guilt and embrace the future? Carly Spencer's mysterious favor. Meanwhile, Carly Spencer seeks a favor from someone unexpected. But instead of making a phone call, she's speaking to someone on a park bench. The setting suggests a European location, possibly Germany. Could she be meeting with Jack Brennan? Or is there another mysterious figure in play? Carly's expression is serious, her voice steady. I need your help. And you owe me. Who is she talking to, and what kind of favor does she need? According to General Hospital spoilers, a preview clip for Thursday, January 30th, 2025, has been made public. It has Brooke Lynn's confession, Jason's assurance, and Alexis' explosive anguish. It depicts Brooke Lynn Quartermaine making the decision to be honest with Harrison Chase. The murder of her daughter causes Alexis Davis to lose it. Sasha Gilmore Corbin receives a significant promise from Jason Morgan. Maxie Jones and Lulu Spencer are having a heart-to-heart in the meantime. Let's discuss what's coming up in today's episode as you continue reading. According to Thursday, January 30th spoilers for Brooke Lynn Quartermaine's secret GH, Brooke Lynn advises Lois Cerullo that she must be honest with Chase. Brooke Lynn is aware that giving up her child all those years ago was the right choice. But even while they were trying to get pregnant, Brooke Lynn never mentioned it to Chase. Read more, discover the events of the most recent GH. Brooke Lynn feels obliged to speak the truth now that they are aware of Chase's sterility. But will Chase actually respond as BLQ anticipates when he learns? GH spoilers, the promise of Jason Morgan. Jason and Sasha will continue to argue about the pregnancy on Thursday, January 30th. When Sasha learned that Michael had told Jason that they had slept together, she was very taken aback. Jason wasn't attempting to pass judgment on Sasha, though. Jason has committed to keeping Sasha's baby's father, Michael Corinthos, a secret. Jason will promise something else in Thursday's show. Jason will vow that he will back off as soon as Michael orders him to. The explosive Alexis Davis anguish. According to Thursday, January 30th General Hospital spoilers, Alexis is going to blow up. Diane Miller defends herself while Alexis flings files and papers around the office. Alexis yells that she is at a loss for what to do. Naturally, Diane will try her hardest to support Alexis during this difficult time. Portia Robinson was informed by Alexis that she would look for solutions. Alexis may use her grief as motivation to ensure that Sam McCall's death is not unpunished. Read more, General Hospital spoilers, will Trina's heart be broken or will Kai be the next victim on Cyrus' list? Spoilers for General Hospital, Thursday, January 30th, 2025. Fans will also witness Dante Falconeri telling Chase some news in today's episode. Dante will admit to Chase that he thinks about Sam whenever he sees Lulu. Maxie, meanwhile, tells Lulu that feeling guilty won't make everything better. Additionally, Carly Spencer approaches a park seat and requests a favor. Is this Jack Brennan that Carly is speaking to because she is still in Germany? Brooke Lynn confesses, Jason's assurance, Alexis' explosive anguish, a deep dive into General Hospital's January 30th, 2025 episode. For avid fans of General Hospital, Thursday, January 30th, 2025, promises to be an episode filled with revelations, promises, and explosive emotions. A preview clip teases several gripping storylines. Brooke Lynn Quartermaine grapples with a long-held secret, Jason Morgan makes a heartfelt promise, and Alexis Davis faces unimaginable anguish. These intricate storylines will surely keep viewers on the edge of their seats. Let's explore the unfolding drama in greater depth. Brooke Lynn Quartermaine's secret, the burden of truth. Brooklyn Quartermaine, BLQ, has carried a secret for years, one that has the potential to shake her relationship with Harrison Chase to its core. In the upcoming episode, she confides in her mother, Lois Cerullo, admitting that she feels compelled to tell Chase the truth. But what exactly is this truth, and why does she feel the urgency to reveal it now? Brooklyn's past choices. Years ago, Brooklyn made a life-altering decision to give up her baby. Though it was the right choice for her at the time, it remains a part of her past that she has kept hidden. Even during her time with Chase, she never disclosed this significant part of her life. Now, circumstances have changed. The discovery that Chase is sterile has weighed heavily on Brooklyn, forcing her to confront her past head-on. The emotional fallout. Will Chase react the way Brooklyn expects? While honesty is vital in any relationship, Chase might struggle with the revelation. It's one thing to come to terms with sterility, it's another to learn that your partner kept such an enormous secret. Will their relationship withstand the weight of this confession, or will it crack under the pressure? Jason Morgan's promise, a commitment to secrets and loyalty. Meanwhile, Jason Morgan finds himself entangled in Sasha Gilmore Corbin's dilemma. Sasha is still reeling from the revelation that Michael Corinthos told Jason about their night together. Though Jason wasn't trying to pass judgment, the situation remains complicated. A secret worth keeping. Sasha carries a monumental secret: Michael Corinthos is the father of her baby. Jason, ever the protector, has vowed to keep this truth under wraps. However, his loyalty is once again put to the test. In the upcoming episode, Jason makes yet another promise, one that could change everything. Michael's role in the equation. Jason reassures Sasha that the moment Michael asks him to step aside, he will. But what if Michael never asks? Jason has always prioritized loyalty and family, but his involvement in this situation could lead to unforeseen complications. Will he be able to balance his promise to Sasha while respecting Michael's role as the baby's father? Alexis Davis's explosive anguish, a mother's despair. One of the most emotionally charged moments of the episode belongs to Alexis Davis. The grief-stricken mother unleashes her fury in her office, sending papers and file folders flying. Diane Miller, her steadfast friend and confidant, tries to shield herself from the storm of emotions erupting from Alexis. The devastation of losing a child. Alexis is grappling with the loss of her daughter, Sam McCall. The pain is unbearable, and she doesn't know how to process it. The grief manifests in an outburst of rage, confusion, and helplessness. No mother should have to bury her child, and Alexis' reaction is a heartbreaking reminder of that reality. Seeking justice for Sam. Amidst her anguish, Alexis clings to one goal: finding answers. She had previously told Portia Robinson that she would do whatever it takes to uncover the truth behind Sam's death. Now, more determined than ever, she may channel her grief into seeking justice. But will she find the closure she so desperately needs, or will her relentless pursuit of the truth lead her down a dangerous path? Dante Falconeri, Maxie Jones, and Lulu Spencer, Reflections and Reminders. Elsewhere in Port Charles, Dante Falconeri opens up to Chase about his lingering thoughts of Sam. Every time he sees Lulu Spencer, he can't help but be reminded of the woman he lost. Grief and guilt intertwine, creating an emotional weight that is difficult to shake. Maxie's words of wisdom. Maxie Jones, ever the voice of reason, reminds Lulu that guilt won't change the past. Lulu has been struggling with feelings of remorse, but Maxie urges her to focus on healing instead of dwelling on what-ifs. Will Lulu take Maxie's advice to heart, or will she continue to spiral into self-blame? Carly Spencer's mysterious meeting, a favor in Germany. Meanwhile, Carly Spencer finds herself in an intriguing situation. She sits on a park bench in Germany, engaging in what seems to be a significant conversation. But who is she talking to? Speculation points to Jack Brennan. Could she be seeking his help, or does she have another agenda in mind? What is Carly planning? Carly has always been a master strategist. If she's asking for a favor, it must be crucial. But what could it be? Is she working to uncover more about Sam's death, or is this about something else entirely? The mystery deepens, leaving fans eagerly awaiting the next piece of the puzzle. Final thoughts, a must-watch episode. Thursday, January 30th, 2025, is set to be a roller coaster of emotions for General Hospital fans. From Brooklyn's life-altering confession to Jason's unwavering loyalty, Alexis's devastating grief, and Carly's enigmatic encounter, the drama is at an all-time high. These storylines will not only captivate viewers but also set the stage for even more dramatic twists in the days to come. As always, General Hospital delivers compelling storytelling, rich character development, and unpredictable twists. Make sure to tune in to witness all the drama unfold.